And welcome, football fans, to Tim Reynolds Show's live NFL wildcard predictions for the 2026 NFL playoffs. And hey, guys, we're coming to you here live just before we get started with wildcard weekend here in the NFL playoffs, where we've got a couple of big games here on Saturday with the Carolina Panthers taking on the LA Rams, and we've also got the Green Bay Packers taking on the Chicago Bears. But guys, welcome to Tim Reynolds Show as we're giving my predictions for this wild card weekend, and hope you guys are ready for an awesome wild card weekend and an awesome NFL playoffs, man. I can't believe it. This is probably the first time heading into the playoffs that I honestly don't know which team is far better than everybody else. It looks like any single one of these teams could be contenders to make it to the Super Bowl, not only in the AFC, but also in the NFC. So I hope you guys will take a couple of minutes here with me before we get started with the play-by-play coming up in just a few short minutes. We wanted to get things started here on Tim Reynolds Show by giving my predictions, talking about a couple of the news things that are happening right now around the NFL before we get started with the play-by-play that's coming up here, guys, shortly. So appreciate y'all hanging out on the channel. Don't forget to please hit that like button and subscribe to Tim Reynolds Show. Okay, so let me get the games up here as we go ahead and preview all the upcoming games this wild card weekend. Want to give our predictions on what we think is going to happen here in the NFL. Okay, guys, and first up, we've got the Los Angeles Rams, 12-5 on the year, taking on the 8-9 NFC South champion, the Carolina Panthers. The Rams come in as a 10-point favorite in this one with a 44.5-point total expected for this one. Now, looking at this matchup for me here, guys, when I look at the Carolina Panthers team, this secondary is very good for their defense, and they're going to need to step up just like they did back in Week 13 when they took on the LA Rams. What's going on there? We got Uncle Prods, Yankee Kyle, and GB Prod as well in the chat. What's going on, guys? I'm getting a good preview here of the wild card weekend before we get started with play-by-play here, guys, coming up. So, all right, guys, looking at this matchup here, for me, the Carolina Panthers need to lean on their secondary. They're going to have to force some turnovers in here because they're going up against the highest scoring offense in the NFL with quarterback Matthew Stafford. Wide receiver Devontae Adams is returning from a hamstring injury, and wide receiver Puka Nacua. These two guys are definitely playmakers on the outside that they're going to have to shut down. And with the tight end position now a little hampered with the young rookie Ferguson out for this matchup here for the LA Rams, we're going to look at that secondary for the Carolina Panthers to have to step up here to force some turnovers and force some bad throws from Matthew Stafford in order for them to stay in this game. Because as far as the offense goes for the Carolina Panthers, they're going to have to run the football. That's it, guys. You've got to control the clock and the time of possession here in this matchup. If you're Carolina, you've got to force some turnovers on defense, and you have to do whatever is necessary for you to control this game and be able to come out of here with the victory. You're at home, so let the home crowd sort of help you out here. And as far as the Rams go, hey, it could be a long day for them if they're not able to get their offense going, but look for them to get some big plays down the field and have a good run to pass balance there. That offensive line is going to be the key. They've got to protect Matthew Stafford in this one, but the Panthers have not been able to sack the quarterback a whole lot this year, but they most certainly got to Stafford and this offense during that Week 13 matchup where Carolina was able to pull off the upset. So, guys, for me, my prediction in this one, I'm rolling with the LA Rams here on Tim Reynolds Show. That's my prediction for this upcoming matchup. I think Matthew Stafford is the MVP this season. That's why he got voted as the All-Pro team. So I really do think that Stafford's going to lead this team, but watch out for the Rams defense to really step up here. I like what I see from their young pass rushers, and I think they're going to have a big game here today against the Carolina offensive line that has struggled in pass protection for quarterback Bryce Young. All right, guys, so going to our next matchup here before we get ready for kickoff. The Green Bay Packers will be traveling to take on the Chicago Bears, and Green Bay actually comes in as a 2.5-point favorite, even though they've lost 4 straight games heading into this wild card weekend. For the Chicago Bears, they did lose last week heading into this one, but I think the home field advantage is going to play big in this one for Chicago, and we know this Chicago offense can run the football, and I expect to see a lot of that here today against this Green Bay Packers defense because their pass rush has not been that good since the loss of Micah Parsons. touchdowns, and their run defense has not been that great throughout the year. So I'm expecting Caleb Williams, the young quarterback there for the Chicago Bears, to really use his legs, and Ben Johnson to use that run game and play action offense to be able to get Chicago in the right position to win this game here at home on Wild Card Weekend. It is a 45.5 point total here in this one. For the Green Bay Packers, I think they're going to have to lean on their run game as well. With Jordan Love coming back from a concussion injury, he's going to start here today. This could be a big game for him and his legacy, so they need to make sure to keep the pressure off of the shoulders of the young quarterback there, Jordan Love, and give the ball to Josh Jacobs, who's been one of the best running backs this season in the NFL, and hopefully he's healthy enough to carry the load there for this Green Bay Packers offense, because if they can use that play action game, they are deadly on the offensive side of the football. But it's really going to come down to which one of these receivers for the Green Bay Packers can step up here in this one. And as far as their defense, man, they've got to somehow find a pass rush. With Micah Parsons out, they have really been lackluster when it comes to sacking the quarterback, and they need to force Caleb Williams to not only stay in that pocket, but make sure he doesn't get outside the pocket to make plays with his legs if Green Bay wants a chance of winning this matchup, guys. So for me, Tim Reynolds Show, my prediction, guys, I'm going with the Green Bay Packers. That's right. I do like Chicago in this one at home with the home field advantage, but I think the pedigree, and with head coach Matt LaFleur being here before as a head coach, and a lot more on the line, I think, for Green Bay than Chicago, I'm going with Green Bay just slightly in this one, which means our first two matchups to start Wild Card Weekend, Tim Reynolds Show is predicting and going with both road teams here to start Wild Card Weekend. So guys, hope you're enjoying it. Make sure you please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel right here on Tim Reynolds Show as we give my predictions and preview the Wild Card Weekend for the 2026 NFL playoffs. So guys, let's get to our Sunday match. And don't forget, guys, Tim Reynolds Show will be live with play-by-play for all of these NFL playoff games for Wild Card Weekend. So hope to see you guys on the live stream. Make sure to show some love, hit that like button, and subscribe to the channel. So guys, here the Buffalo Bills are taking on the Jacksonville Jaguars in this one. And guys, Jacksonville comes in as a 1.5 point favorite. Now this line has moved throughout the week, with Buffalo originally coming in as the favorite earlier this week, but as we got closer to game time here on Wild Card Weekend, we see Jacksonville is now the favorite by 1.5 points. It is a 51.5 point total in this one. I expect a high scoring game, although that Jaguars defense has been elite this year, and I think Josh Allen is going to have to put that Superman cape on once again if the Bills are going to have a chance to win this matchup, because I really do like Jacksonville here at home. I think the home field advantage is going to play a big part in this one for Jacksonville. And Trevor Lawrence, nobody has been talking about this guy. Quarterback Trevor Lawrence for the Jacksonville Jaguars has been outstanding the last 6 or 8 weeks of the season, and he has proven that this offense can be deadly heading into the playoffs. And the defense for Jacksonville is legit, so you're going to have to really watch out if you're Buffalo in this one. They're going to need some big plays on offense, and hey, they have got to let Cook in this one at the running back position. So for me, guys, looking at this one, the defense for Buffalo has struggled over the last few weeks to end the season, and I think that's going to be the weak point of this Buffalo Bills team, because, guys, I'm rolling with the Jacksonville Jaguars in this matchup. That's my prediction here on Tim Reynolds Show. I think the offense is going to be balanced. I think it's going to be great. Oh, dude, what's going on? We got Big Paul Gaming with the $10 super chat. Did you hear the fire of Coach John Harbaugh for the Ravens? Yeah, guys, a lot of drama going on this week with all the coach firings happening, especially with Baltimore dropping their longtime head coach, John Harbaugh. Guys, I'm hearing rumors about him going to Miami, possibly the New York Giants, and maybe even the Arizona Cardinals, but nothing has been set in stone yet, other than the fact that John Harbaugh has some demands as far as what he's looking for his next head coaching spot. But guys, every single team that had a head coaching vacancy reached out to John Harbaugh after he was let go by the phone call from the owner of the Baltimore Ravens. So maybe not good karma for a Ravens franchise that, hey, this guy has been a staple. He's been one of the best head coaches in the NFL for quite a while, and I expect John Harbaugh to get a new head coaching job within the next few weeks, honestly, but we'll see what happens. He's in no rush, I think, to get a new contract offer. So thank you guys so much, man. Make sure I hit that like button there for my boy Big Paul Gaming. I appreciate you, home dog. All right, guys. So, yeah, like I said, I'm predicting in this upcoming matchup to start Wild Card Sunday, I'm thinking the Jacksonville Jaguars are going to get the victory here, guys. I love their defense. They've got a relentless pass rush, and that secondary has stepped up over the last few weeks of the season as well. And I think Josh Allen's going to have to be Superman, and James Cook's going to have a very, very good day running the ball in order for this Buffalo defense to stay and compete in this matchup. I think it's going to be close. Don't get me wrong. This will be a hell of a game to watch, but I think that Jacksonville gets the victory in this one. I'm going to take them because of the home field advantage, and I like their defense a lot better than I like the Buffalo Bills defense. And let's face it, the weapons for the Jacksonville Jaguars are a lot better, I think, on their offense than the Buffalo Bills have on their offense. So we'll see how this pans out. And then, guys, after that, we'll see the San Francisco 49ers taking on the Philadelphia Eagles. The Eagles, the home team, are a six-point favorite in this one, and they have a 44.5-point total expected for this matchup here. I think this could be one of the best matchups of the whole weekend. San Francisco coming in after that dud of a game against the Seattle Seahawks, their division rival, and if we see Philadelphia comes in off of a loss where this offense has been looking inconsistent, to say the least, over the last few weeks. But this defense for the Philadelphia Eagles is probably one of the best defenses and one of the hottest defenses coming into the wild card weekend here. So for me, I really like what I'm seeing from this Eagles squad, especially being at home. That home field advantage is going to be a hell of an advantage, I think, in this one for the Philadelphia Eagles. So for me, I think they're going to have a chance to win this one. So for Tim Reynolds Show, I'm going with my prediction being the Philadelphia Eagles getting the victory over the San Francisco 49ers, because in my opinion, I just think the injuries are going to add up to be too much for the 49ers. But don't rule out an upset here, because it would not surprise me if Brock Purdy and this offense somehow found a way to get the victory over the Eagles. And then up next, guys, we've got the Los Angeles Chargers taking on the New England Patriots. New England comes in as a 3.5-point favorite in this one with a 45.5-point total in this one. And guys, pretty simple in this one. I'm taking the defense here as far as the Patriots, especially with the tackles all banged up there for the Carolina Panthers, or I'm sorry, for the Los Angeles Chargers. I think this is going to be a pretty easy prediction for me, guys. Drake May is having a fantastic season. He is an MVP candidate for a reason. What's up, Fanatic Trev? Thank you, brother, for being in the chat. And honestly, for me, man, I think the Patriots are going to get the victory in this one. The Chargers got a tough football team, but again, just like I said with San Francisco, I think the injuries are going to be a little bit too much for the Chargers to overcome in this one. So I'm rolling with the New England Patriots as my prediction to win that matchup there. And in here, guys, as well, for Monday, to pretty much wrap up wild card weekend, we've got the Houston Texans taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Houston comes in as a 3-point favorite in this one with a 30.5-point total. I don't expect a lot of scoring in this one. I think both defenses are going to dominate the day in this one. But guys, I've got to roll with the Houston Texans in this one as my prediction to get the win here to wrap up wild card weekend. The Texans defense, to me, is the most legit defense coming into the playoffs, and they're hot. The Houston Texans have won 9 straight games, and CJ Stroud and that offense is starting to get things going. So that's my prediction. I think the Houston Texans will beat the Pittsburgh Steelers. I just don't see that Steelers offense being able to keep up with that Texans defense. So thank you guys for hanging out here on Tim Reynolds Show for my wild card predictions. We'll see you guys around the corner for the wild card play-by-play. Thank you guys so much. Peace out. We'll see you guys soon. All right, thank you guys for showing all the love in the chat. Appreciate you with the super chats and everything else. Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. All right, peace out.